I generally think black people can only love if there's a condition.
If it's a condition.
If there is a condition, like if I'm there for the money, if I'm there
Mm.
for health, if I'm there for something that benefits me, then black love can try to nourish. But
So I think love exists. I just think you've been on your AIs for too long.
I'm the AI dummy.
And then some like Ukuthwala go born. And but the condition is that you're not supposed to step on a shadow. If you step on a shadow, you die. But you're gonna get money every day. Every day, child, the 200K at an account, but you're not supposed to step on a shadow. So at first,
in a situation where I was almost trafficked, Mobram. This is liquor store. And the fucked up thing is that the police were involved in that. The police were working with those people, the club owners and everything. But I was so desperate for a job. And it was like,
traffic how, bro? Like,
so when you get to that place, you
we
get
go police station and then saying, "I ban rape until
the worst thing that
you're going rape me."
the worst thing that could happen to a person getting predated sexually is having to report. There's nothing as painful as reporting an incident to the police station.
Yeah.
Hey, people will.
Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our new podcast. It goes by the name of Yeah, I Said It. Yeah, I Said It.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. I'm with Pinky right now, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things. This is a new podcast brought to you by the Podheads Network. Yeah, I Said It. The Unfiltered podcast. Are we going to be unfiltered today?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We're not holding back anything,
we
right?
are gonna be.
So, Pinky, I need you to introduce maybe the first topic that we're going to be talking about. What's in your pocket? Podhead.
My pot head, not the literal pot, but the other pot.
Mhm.
Love in black societies.
What about love in black society?
I think we don't have a good example of what true love is, and nothing that is healthy, we apply it. Like black love is customed or associated with toxicity. Like anything that bleeds is there. Like venom,
But how
abuse.
do you explain like some of our parents that have been together throughout like 60 years and
In that throughoutness, what transpired in the marriage?
but then ke go rechtella eng, mos- ke go- ke go-
I
ke
know
go
this
tshwarella mos-
couple, they've been together for like 40 years plus.
Mm.
The woman has been abused physically, financially, verbally, mentally, like all
Yeah.
kinds of abuse.
Yeah.
She stayed, had children. The children experienced the abuse. The children now have children. They're still experiencing the same abuse from the same person that you say, this is my love, this is my husband. And the woman ended up in that situation because she was running away from home where she was
Which was
also
toxic
abused.
as well.
Exactly. So now she ends up into this toxic thing and she's like, I am saved. But how do you not see that you just fell into the same trap you're just trying to get away from? So I don't know.
So
I
you
know.
don't think
We're capable of
black
love?
people, yeah, you don't think that?
No. Black people
But
are capable of
that's
love.
really sad to think about, because I think it's different, because you'd be with your partner. When you come from a household that is from a loving family, right? Where there's all of that, there's unity, there's
Yeah.
let's do things together. And then your partner comes from a household where yes, the parents are still together, but the environment was toxic. Maybe the dad was a drunkard and
Yeah.
the mom was also toxic. And now when this person comes into your relationship, it's she brings in that element. I think happy it depends on our upbringings, our childhoods,
Yeah.
right? And it depends on you as a person. Yeah, or do I wanna carry on? Do I wanna carry on doing this thing, or am I gonna raise my children differently from where I was raised? I think it's a choice,
It
honestly.
is a choice, but sometimes you bring the past into the present unconscious also.
Yeah.
Like you can be like, I'm gonna do better, can't you just doing the exact
So
or
all
even
pampering
worse.
na single jolly AI lo gon.
Guys, like AI, man, Caddy. Anyway, like literally that AI said I'm toxic, but that's another conversation. Hey, Benna. That's another
No, no,
conversation.
no. This is the
But
conversation.
no, but I genuinely think black people can only love if there's a condition.
If it's a
If
condition.
there is a condition, like if I'm there for the money, if I'm there
Mm.
for health, if I'm there for something that benefits me, then black love can try to nourish. But true love that is boundless can't
Man, now I'm in
survive.
love, man, and it's not based on money. It's not based. It's
What
pure.
have your partner went through since she has been with you?
A lot, because she comes from a family that's toxic, and now on my end, my parents died when I was very young,
Yeah.
so I don't know this dynamic of having two parents. So when we came together, we had a lot to deal with personally, and we also had a lot to deal with as a couple. What type of couple,
Do you want to
yeah, do
be?
we wanna be? Obviously, the first year, the second year, but now we're in the third year, and we cannot understand each other. Oh no, man, this person is like this, their
Mhm.
family is like this, my hair family is like this. So I really don't think so. And Joe, I've lost money. She's been with me when I had money. She's been with me when I've lost money. She's been with me when I was cute. She was been with me when I had this car, like it was open. So
Heartbroken.
I no, do not give up on love. But I do get what you're saying.
What if it gives up on me though?
No, I do get what you're saying. It's just a matter of like, cause Lynn Nane, it's like for a long time I didn't believe that a person could genuinely
Like love you
like
like
love
that?
you. Like all the girls that I've been dating, you'd find out later, oh, they were only with me because I'm cardiac. I'm a certain status.
Mm.
Like they get into parties.
Korea, we
They
get to the
wow, do you
VIP. Or
understand?
Zamali Cadillac.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna post on Instagram. I get it.
Wa tlhaloganya?
That must suck. That must
Yeah,
suck.
because you never really know what's real and
Yeah.
what's not. And when there's a sign of problems now this relationship is not perfect anymore.
You come away.
Yeah.
But I think that is also my problem outside of this topic. I don't know how to love without fear now. Because I'm so used to like guys just
Yes.
coming because of I'm sexualized. I look like, a good person to take out on dinner, but never to have at home, come back
How do
to
you guys deal with
stay
that?
with.
And anyway, like you so many guys would be hitting on you.
Mm.
How do you know this is the guy?
You never know. Sometimes you just have to go there blind and say,
Let me just go
if it's
in.
another wrong thing, it's another wrong thing. But
Yeah.
you end up becoming so immune to love that you chase literally everything away. That when genuine love comes, you don't know how to identify it. Because
Yeah, you don't know whether
mm,
it's real or not.
yeah. So now you're always ready to, picking the red flag. Or, he breathes in a certain way out. He smiles in a certain way out. Like literally, I think I'm at that place. And the sad thing about me is that I'm still young. Like I'm the youngest of my family. I'm the last child. But I'm the one who is always home, never going out, never going to parties,
Yeah.
never being with a
Do
guy.
you
I'm just in my own
do you
space.
believe in what is this? Lenyalo la Africans fat and sit.
But
Do you believe that it's important before you actually before you actually get into
yes, I've experienced pattern said. And ke sharp. Kore ke sharp ka bashimane.
no, but how would you know? Okay, this person pinya bosigo ga robetse gore,
Jo,
and
wa
then
kgona.
you get
And
married,
then
and
we
then you
get
find
married
out,
like
and then you
so
find
you
out.
eat pork in your sleep, but that was what nothing for me going into fat and said. I hadn't been alone, like single for a long time because I was in a relationship for like 7 years plus.
Mm,
And then I was like single for like a week or two. And then I got into a relationship. And then in a month, I was moving in with this guy. And everything was amazing. This guy, I would come home. He would cook. Hey, he was an amazing chef. Hey, guys can cook.
yeah,
He was an amazing chef. And everything was just so beautiful. And then 8 months into the relationship, we started getting the same tattoos. Like it's a thing fake.
you got what? What?
Mentioned that I swear to God,
What?
8 months. I'm like, this is my husband. I was like to God, I thank you that I found the one. After thinking I was with the one,
Yeah.
uh, did I not wake up hospitalized, internal bleeding?
Why? What happened?
Just randomly. So we went out to a wedding. My cousin's something was getting married. So we invited there. I went with him. I was like, oh, this is my man, just to brag. He went to
Mm-hmm.
his home. And then the following day, we went partying. When we got to our place, how? I genuinely don't know what happened. I still want to know what happened, actually. I just got moved. And that time I was naked.
Ah, you
I was
lie.
naked out from the shower. I got moved and then I passed out.
Like
And then,
Ukshayile.
yeah, ngishayilwe. So when I wake up, obviously I'm sober now. I wake up, I'm like, my body's a bit sore. I look at him, he looks like, you know, when a person did something wrong, but I'm like, "Ugh, I'm not gonna entertain this. I need to pee. I look in the mirror, my eye, I had like blood clots. Hey, Nikil Maboko. So I was like, what is this? Like,
Oh,
how do you
now I
maneuver?
understand why you say
So,
like
hey, Fat and said, guys, hey,
like black
yeah,
relationships
black
have a
relationship,
lot of that,
they
and we take them
do.
from our families as
Yeah.
well. We see mom and dad do that.
You see mom and dad do that. You
Mm,
also don't know how to get away from that. You like, but this person has been so good.
yeah.
What does it come from? And then I had like trouble detaching from him. Like I kept on wanting to go
Do you
back.
think it's a matter of what do they call it? Insecurity.
I think insecurities were there, just that they were never loud.
But how can he just switch like that? I think maybe he was,
I
he
think
bottled it
I
for
think he did
for too
bottle
long.
it a lot. Thing is also I think we're in different spaces because I was working. I've always liked money, so I was trying to make money on the side. So basically I
Yeah.
had more money than him. I
Mm.
was bringing more money home. But it was never a thing for me. It's like this is my man. Our
You
money is
know
our
why I think
money.
there's a problem with black couples. I think it's that thing. Yeah, therapy. Do black people do not believe in therapy?
Other
Black
people
people do
don't believe
not.
in
Yeah, we
therapy.
don't want to go to therapy. We don't want to like just take out the things that we've been
No,
carrying
nobody wants to take
ever
out
since
anything.
we were children. We're trying to
Mm.
be strong, and now there's a moment where um I can't even maybe
You get triggered.
I'm sitting with you in a podcast now, and then your boyfriend is watching and he's like, ah, you see that cardiac.
Yeah. Kariake, what's pinky so?
You understand?
Kariake, what's
And now it
pinky
becomes
so?
a thing at home,
And
Yeah,
now
based on your
everything
previous
gets
relationships,
unleashed,
yes.
and then you just bomb on a person.
Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let's try another topic now. Loving while black. Now I believe that love does exist. It's just a matter of working on it. And if you are the first generation of people that come from toxic backgrounds,
Yeah.
you have to become those people that actually change the narrative.
Mm.
It's a choice that you need to do with your partner. It's like having your glass of water is pure, it's white, ne? And then my glass of water is black. If I start pouring my white glass of water,
Y-
like it
You,
dilutes.
you
Do you
does.
understand? So I think we need to start taking those things serious.
We do.
Therapy and stuff like that.
I saw this video of this lady was saying that another thing that damages us this generation is that we keep on seeking approval from people who are generationally cursed. I
Damn,
was
what the
like,
hell?
what did you say? Like I
Damn.
felt tree. I was like, I'm guilty of that. I'm
Yeah.
way too guilty of that. But yeah, I think we should just work on ourselves individually. Then maybe love will find us. Maybe since it found you,
We never know if it's gonna last forever. We're trying to find that
I
out.
make it last. You just convince me that love exists, and then
It
now you tell
does
me,
exist,
hey,
but
make
it
it
doesn't
last.
mean like it doesn't. Sometimes, bruh, I love my girlfriend, right? But I've loved before. It doesn't mean that the relationship that ended before was not love. It
Oh,
was love. You understand? Just that it was a matter of time and things, But it was love. I was in love before, so that's why love does exist, but we don't know. It's only up to both parties as to how long it's gonna last. Some love can last forever. Like I remember my uncle actually telling me a story of how he met his wife and how they would try to keep the relationship strong.
mm,
But it was back in those days, no. So the wife lived in Pretoria, something like that, and he lived in Joburg, and he was schooling in the next city after Pretoria.
Jesus.
So for some reason they met in Pretoria but couldn't see each other, and this was a time where there were no phones, there were no, you couldn't call her and text her, and so wherever he was passing, Catherine, there's a rock that he would leave a letter for the woman in Pretoria. So the woman would
That
actually,
is so
so cute, you know
cute.
what I mean?
I'm gonna cry. Oh my
He would
god.
leave a letter in that
And
rock.
there are, and she comes and
And she comes and finds it, and
oh,
she leaves a letter for him. When he comes back from school, she will find a letter, And they knew which rock to. And to this day, they got married, they've got kids.
that is so
So
beautiful.
black love exists. Don't ever think
Okay, I think I
otherwise.
was born in the wrong generation because clearly I'm all for the under the rock type of thing. Because I read novels. You know, novels they make you think that love is
Yeah.
supposed to be a certain way, and then you
Mm,
get to reality and like, I man, this guy can't even speak. You know, the
mm.
genuine people who don't know how to hold a conversation, like, "Uphasis nje, like, did you really go to school? Did you really go to matric? Because your communication skills, my brother, even a toddler can do better. But anyways,
Yeah. Anyways, we move.
we
Yeah, bro. I was
move.
I was thinking about something actually, ne? Us as young black people making money, right? Is has it become so difficult in our generation to actually get successful, and these pressures of success that we take on dilo tse tsa Ukuthwala and
Mhm,
dilo tse yalo.
mhm.
Because I was reading upon this Ukuthwala thing. There's a story that I actually came across. So this woman went to a sangoma, right?
Yeah.
Because she lost her things in a taxi and whatnot. And then that sangoma, so tomorrow morning, you'll find that taxi. And just like that, like her stock, ne, we really in the taxi, found the taxi.
Mm.
So went back to the sangoma. You are very powerful. How can you help me? And then sangoma mne like akutwala go born. And ka go thwalisa ke lebetse o mo thwalisitse eng. But the condition is that you're not supposed to step on a shadow. If you step on a shadow, you die. But you're gonna get money every day. Every day, child, the 200K at an account, but you're not supposed to step on a shadow. So at first, she was like, ah man, nah, I can do that. Step on it, just avoid shadows, right? 200K every day just to avoid shadows. I can do that.
Easy money.
Easy money. Goes to work, 200K it's any. The shadow, like it's sunny. She's like, oh no, the shadows are everywhere. It's not as easy as I thought. So now she says she only steps out of the house when it's a rainy day, when it's a cloudy day, or when it's at night. Otherwise, during the day, she's always indoors.
So basically, she doesn't exist during the
She
day.
she so people are always asking her. So she was in this radio station asking for help. Corey, is there anybody that can help me? Because I miss my life. I want to go out.
Mm.
I want to see friends. Uh, you know,
One thing about Ukuthwala, you have to sacrifice something.
is it worth it though?
I don't think it is because half of the time, when these people confess that they twirled and stuff, they're miserable. You
Mm.
have the money, but you can't enjoy the money. You can't use the money. You can't make the money make someone else's life better. Like that is tough.
But bro, can't you just be on your Bentley without stepping in a shadow? Like,
Like why thing is a driver and auto driver on the shadow. Like this thing like bona Joburg. Who
yeah.
the shadow got this shit? Who the shadow got this shit? And then when you come on a messy takes, somehow you just died like that. Nah, this thing out 12. And oh guys,
Just
the
say it. Yes, it.
the effed up thing about this Ukuthwala thing, we actually live with people barwalang. And
And we don't
then
know. Mm.
sometimes because you meet a person like, hey, this person has it all. But then the minute you start getting closer to them and that person can't exactly absorb your light because maybe we're not like you believe so much in prayer in God
Mm.
that you are always shielded. Like your energy, your spirit is always shielded. Then out to oh, you rub them off. Like there's
Like
always
okay, yeah,
like
like
oh Kenya,
the
le na
energies don't.
o Kenya, o phela o
Mm.
kwatetse, ko re ke di
And now we don't
kgokga-kgokgano.
look what's
You don't know.
why
Can't get on like but guys. And it starts like small things. Maybe to motho tlo re ko wena, no tlhapa ka oil, you'll get money. How ja mazimba sona, wabo,
mm.
you'll get money. Next thing ke mazimba.
You get
Next thing
addicted,
you get
yes.
addicted. Okay, ke 200 ranta. Ka ke batla 250. Ka ke batla eng. And at that time you're not aware, but you're taking small parts of your life away Jiggy jiggy, your whole family is gone.
But do you blame these people though? Because hey,
I don't
life
blame
be
them.
hard, bruh.
Life
Like I
is
know people that
hard.
came to Joburg to come and hustle and they ended up in the streets. If that person says I kilo twala, but I'm gonna be like, oh, nchaka.
Do as you please. Tell what you must. Now would twala. Just that I don't want to chill with the snake. I think I should twala in a partnership, like Nalwe and Aso, and then the thing will stay with you, and then I'll enjoy the money.
One year, it's 1 year. Woman.
No, I swear. But because like the life we live in, you literally can't afford anything.
Yeah.
Like my brother makes so much money than my parents did at his age, but he can't buy a house.
Mm,
He can't buy a house. I make
mm,
money. I can't even buy a car. I can't
mm,
even rent out
mm.
because rent there is like my entire salary. And
I feel the same way about this rent thing. Like I feel like I work for rent. I
you
work to live in
literally
Joburg.
you
That's
work
what I
to
work
live
for.
here. You don't
Yes.
live to do any. You
Yeah. Just
literally
to
work
live
just to exist in this
here.
space and get to certain places you need to go to.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, when you do this creative thing,
You
Joburg is
gotta
the
be
place to be.
you gotta
So now, oberekela rent there, you never see where your money goes, and oh, sometimes people do hard jobs out there just to
Mara
stay
bare
afloat.
chalte a thing, man. Like it's not generational wealth. That's the
It's
problem
not
with
wealth.
Ukuthwala. It's not real, man.
E
It's not
fella mo wena.
so how tlhokafala.
Di
Bank
shwa le
account
wena.
di shwalwe.
And then bana ba how they have to deal with dilo tse o
The
roleng ka
spirits,
tsona, the
yes.
spirits,
What
batho
happens to
ba
the
ro-
snake then if you die?
apparently there was this sangoma on some live thingy that I once saw last year. Apparently when you die, if you thathile lento, you become that thing. So if you
Oh
tata
damn.
nyoka, yeah, so it's like a cycle. So I think that is
Like
what hell means.
reincarnation.
Yeah. I think
Mm.
that is what hell is. Like you keep on like if you tata lento and then it was killing things. When you die, you become that thing and you just keep on killing and killing. I think that would be the most traumatizing thing to ever do. Like when I like tlhaba la tjha go etsagala, you're just yo guys, oh na Shem, oh na Jesus is my life, Jesus
Nah,
the Lord and
nah.
Savior. That's the nuntimazaga. And it's not like I'm gonna fold. I'm not.
Yeah, okay, so how would you advise people Khail, in terms of like hustling? What are the hacks that you could say?
Firstly, avoid social media. Social media is a fluff. Because you get on social media, you think that this life is attainable. It is not. People have had to eat
There's
poop to
yeah.
own that Gucci bag that is now like 500 because my channel is the peer. Like none of the things you see on social media is life and it's worth living. It's not that is just fluff. Just live your life, stay in your own lane. What is meant for you will come. If it's not, you'll then come
But
back
that's
and try
bullshit,
again.
man. Like what is meant for you will come.
I
It's
swear
like
to
this
God.
kumbaya feeling that you
It's not a
people
kumbaya
like to sell
feeling.
us.
But it's not
Like
a
yo,
kumbaya
just
feeling.
believe in yourself. You're gonna be great.
No, not just believe, like, but do something. Like, try to meet your dreams halfway. Don't just sit
Yeah.
and be like, I want to be an actress and be like, yeah.
And you don't go
Do
to auditions,
something.
you don't try to get an
You don't
agent,
try to do
nothing.
para wena, mara yo,
Mm.
ba ne ke batla ba go scheme some. How are they gonna see if you don't attend workshops, you don't go to audition, you don't take self tapes? But it's just unfortunate that
But
everything
all of that as well needs money. You
it
know what I
needs
mean?
money, but o ka
So
thoma
how
somewhere.
do you then say, okay, let's say I make enough to pay rent in Joburg,
Mm,
ne? And nothing else. Like
a child,
bona tšhelete ke kry-a
ke a
ke
renta fela.
2.5 le dijo like ka struggle like ka zama.
Those are noodles.
O ja di-noodles o bona bothata ga ona
Umunyunyu.
le sofa ga ona le sofa ko gaga gona o ipoleletse fela go itse ga nka tswa ko Mpumalanga
It's
ke a
fine.
kaela mo Joburg ke a re so what can I do to go to those auditions to meet those people to
The great thing now about audition, most of them are done online. So
mm,
you don't have to actually travel to a place. Nothing, what you can do, none of us have iPhones. None of us have those smart Android things at the
mm,
15K. Just get a phone, pumula camera, take some light, or you go bathroom where there's good lighting. Just take
mm,
a video, audition as much as you can. Just that sometimes there's a disadvantage if you have like less followers, you are
mm,
less engaged in social media, they're not
mm,
gonna take you. But just keep on applying. Just keep on applying. Like Obana, this thing, yeah, what is meant for you will come. I was unemployed from 2022 till last year. I forced so hard to try and get a job that I ended up getting in a situation where I was almost trafficked. Mobram. There's this
Oh,
liquor store.
damn.
And the fucked up thing is that the police were involved in that. The police were working with those people, the club owners and everything, but I was so desperate for a job. And it was like,
Trafficked
mm-mm.
how, bro? Like,
So when you get to that place, when they hire you, you don't even do what do you call it? An
interview.
interview. You get there, like, okay, they check you out. They're like, okay, fit the dress. And then you wear the dress. I'm like, go to work. That is it. There's no process. See, what do I do?
Mm-mm.
And then you get there, they're like, make sure you smile, especially to the men. Make sure you smile. If the guy wants a number, give them numbers. If you don't give the numbers, the manager's like yipping on your ear. So what happened is that
And what if you give them a wrong
they would
number?
always extend the hours. Like if you're supposed to knock off at 4, they're like, oh, just stay a little longer. She's busy. Just stay a little longer. She's busy. And then they'll be like, actually, since you live far, like in Soweto, let us get you a transport. Why would you do that? I mean, breeze here. I can. It's fine.
Mm-mm.
Taxi 5 ranta.
Mm.
Like no, for your safety. What? So you're like, okay, more they can actually take care of people. But then you're like, where's the contract? Where do I sign to say
Mm.
I got a job? Like, don't worry about that.
No paper trail.
No paper trail. Nothing.
Mm.
That you were here. Never. No pictures allowed. You can't take photos. You can't be on video calls and say that, hi, I got a job. No. There's no proof of you that you ever worked there.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to leave, the car's ready for you. The police are there saying your name, your what.
Yeah, but
Guys, Joburg is such a filthy place. But yeah, that is what I got to learn with the patient that when it's your time, it is literally your time. Sometimes you force things and you end up endangering your life.
damn.
You literally
God,
endanger
I
your
would
life.
believe I would be, so this human trafficking thing is real, ne?
Human trafficking is
Especially
real
for
in
the for girls.
restaurants, in jobs, job interviews. Sometimes they say come to a job interview. That time you've been applying for like 15 jobs,
Mm.
but then you can't recall which one did you apply to because you are always applying.
Yeah.
You get there, you tell them, I'm sorry, I have an interview. Gone. So many people,
And
especially
it's the
there's
last
this
time they see
website,
you.
kill me, shoot me, but it's true. I say Youth Mobi.
Mm.
It has been such a hub for traffickers. And
That
the
is that where they post jobs,
Yeah, they
jobs.
post jobs,
Yeah.
and I don't even understand how did they get there. Because also the weird thing about that website is that when you apply for a job, you don't need a CV. I was like, how do you not need a CV when you're applying for a job? How are you gonna know that I have experience? I went to school. I
Yeah,
did that.
yeah, and what I can
Make it
do
make
and what
sense.
I'm applying
So
for.
they don't need it's just your ID number and I think your name. Yeah, that's it. And then you apply for a job. But then the weird thing about this job, sometimes you get job interviews to places you never even applied to. And
Mm.
somehow the places were always in Marshalltown, around Candy Square, Dorfontein. People would always go missing. People, like a lot
There
of
was
girls
this
went
one time,
missing.
bruh, like I host events, right? So whenever I'm hosting, I always have girls around. Like I
Yeah,
bring my girlfriend and then I bring her friends. So there's this guy that came to my event one time, and when he came to my event, okopa the number for whenever he's hosting events, right?
that's for girls.
Just for girls. So now he says to us that he wants the girls to come, and when the girls come, there's some people from Madagascar. I'm like, that's a red flag. There's some
Madagascar.
people from Madagascar. Me and my friends, the guy friends, we're not supposed to come. Only the girls come. And when the girls come, uh, she she he then wants to talk to my girl. When he speaks to my girl, says to her that if you sleep with a man, we'll pay you 250. If you don't sleep with him, we're just gonna buy drinks. Like what the fuck is this? What is going on? And these people are from Madagascar, and they keep fell at the club.
You know, they also
That is
do
very
that
tricky.
in clubs. This what do they call them? Promoters or what? They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, bring the prettiest girls. Hey, hey. And there's this new trend on TikTok. Apparently, there's this restaurant, I don't know where, but it's in South Africa. So you go there and then you wake up in Zibal. I'm like, oh, you are starting the trend again.
Yeah.
There's a child who's going to apply to a university in Johannesburg, probably doesn't have NSFAS, family doesn't have money, and then you're busy posing, oh, if you go to this place, you're gonna wake up in Zimbabwe, guys who pay you Louis Vuitton. The next thing you're gone. Next thing you're dead. Next
People
thing
will
you're
do rituals
injured.
on you guys. Yo, guys, be
People do
careful.
rituals. People used to say, hey, banna. Ooh. Sanchaba yalo. Banna balo, yeah. It's like banna balo. And that is why men always want like Mosadi Omo pure, because there's no person as sacred as a woman. That is why Jesus at la corona. You guys have to go to the Ntabas and ask God to come and see you. I want to holy as a woman. That is why you can give birth. Banna balo and a banna barola kabasadi. Kamakala salo only musician, you love coming, but you are so amazing. Marasalo love coming.
Hit a home, hit a home.
Salo love coming. Kante, is that kiss you got from a boy? Our get champagne, you fell. Stay away from boys.
Stay away from easy money. That's what I would say.
Stay away from easy money.
But I'm not easy money.
Not, but the consequences. Have you seen the stories of the girls crying on social media? I went out, got 10K. Next thing, I can't graduate. I can't get married. I can't have children. Like nothing in my life is going right.
Yeah.
Because it's already 10K mahal. Who? 10K is 5 rand.
Offer the 100K, fun.
Why would you do that? Now it gets suspicious. Why
would you give me so much money for what?
And to show that it doesn't make sense, they always want to spend money in futile things. If I say to ke batla go reka land, you are not gonna give me 100K. But if ke re go wena ke batla champagne, tšhelete thing it's on no. It's on karme. So you need to ask
if you want to buy yourself a car, if you want to pay your
anything
rent,
that makes sense,
yeah,
that is beneficial to you as a person, is like mara ntho tse snacks body Louis Vuitton, the Hennessy, o tlo na Hennessy, wa cha voice, wa pheega in the following morning ke di hangover.
And next thing we say to that's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. Something else that I wanted to talk about. Whose responsibility is it to disclose? There's a video that I came across on the social media. It says this woman says she's pretty, bruh. Like you wouldn't, because she's HIV positive.
Yeah, it doesn't show lately.
Yeah, lately it doesn't show. Ne?
I tell him Johnson jokes.
This woman is pretty, bruh. Like she's very pretty, and she's on some. It is not my responsibility to disclose my status. I am HIV positive, but I just want to put it out there that it's not my responsibility to disclose my status. It is your responsibility to ask, because now I have to wear my status on my forehead. When is it time to disclose? When you're kissing me, when you're asking me on the date, or like when is it time to disclose? You men should take responsibility for their health. You can't just meet a pretty woman and
assume
this person she looks healthy. She's probably is. Why don't you ask? Okay, what's your HIV status? Or can we use a condom? Or can we take?
I think it's both ways, but also now it contradicts this whole thing that because there are some people who intentionally withheld the information that they're HIV positive because they wanted to spread it around. They were like just vicious about it. Yeah, like
people do that.
People do that, and they boast about it online. And then I made
but
sure.
But that's illegal, right?
That is illegal.
Yeah.
But now that's the thing. Where do you cross the line? But I think it should be both. Like as a guy, because guys never take care of their health. Guys will tell you straight up or no. If you tested, then if you're negative, I'm negative. No. I can be negative and you positive, but your positivity hasn't shown up yet. So guys also need to take responsibility. But I think it should be a both conversation.
But when do you disclose? Like, I'll and then I'm like, oh, baby, I have to tell you something. I'm HIV positive before we go anywhere. Or on the first date, or
maybe just do it simple.
Because some people are afraid of like losing a potential partner.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because people have that, you're HIV, you wanna infect me and stuff like that. There are other people who are on medication that they can't actually infect other people. But when as another person, you need to take care of yourself. Don't sleep around. Don't.
What if you're not a person that usually sleeps around? But now this girl, bro.
them. Phatlha.
Things happen, bro. Like this
We
girl, bro.
right here. Learn not about positive, but I generally think it should be both ways. Just
Yeah.
communicate. And I think instead, like if you see that this relationship is gonna get intimate, rather suggest that, hey, why don't we do testing? Because maybe I have HIV or I
Mm,
wanna know where we
mm.
stand. Because some people believe that if I'm in a relationship, I'm yours alone. So there's no need to use protection. No,
You'll see
eh,
flames, Baba.
people
People can cheat, Baba. You will
People
think
must
you're in a
ask married
relationship alone.
women. Married women, they were loyal. They think they have HIV. And they found out later, "Hore,
Yeah.
I'm losing weight. I'm pale. I'm what. Hey, guys, nah, take PrEP. Take PrEP,
But happy when you
disclose.
go to your partner and say, I think we should test. Mar, we've tested before. Your
You
partner
keep
is
on
gonna be like,
testing.
oh, I was on tap. I was on tap.
If you think Axel's but that means you're guilty of something. Why would you
Mm.
assume that I don't trust you? It's nothing about trust, it's about health. We're
Why
trying to
don't you
live
just trust
longer.
me?
I do trust you, but for our health purposes, because sometimes ukwalokuta kgante raise fitile.
Ah, now and then I feel AIDS.
Serious. Like back then, people used to literally get
Yeah,
HIV
sanitize. Yeah.
infected from machine in Tunyana Tejwalo. So it's TDL.
Damn, my mom's
Hey,
getting tested. Can it
you
be good?
should. Nigga, you should. I'm HIV negative. I always test. I think I always test every month, but you should king 6 weeks. But now I
Mm.
always go every month because the guy, I have a good relationship with my doctor. Like every time I get there, I feel like I'm in a therapy. I feel like I'm having a father
You
daughter
someone no
moment.
more.
I give you like he also likes me, and I'm still not okay. I finished at UJ, so I'm not kind of like
Mm.
but I still go there. I'm like for vibes. I'm like, yeah, father, I'm here. Let us
Okay.
talk.
So the doctor has a new J.
Yeah, he's in UJ.
Oh, that's nice. That's very cute.
Very Tuma.
Yeah, guys. We spoke about a lot today. In fact, what is the last topic
Why
that you wanted to raise?
should I be the one raising it?
Because you came up with it.
But what I want to talk about is that women who get orgasm when they're getting raped, and how do you you know,
So what is the stigma there? Is the consensus that if you have an orgasm when you get raped,
it's
you
not
actually
rape.
enjoyed it? It's not rape.
Yeah, people have that thing, but sometimes people react psychologically. Like your body is in an enhanced state. Like I don't want to do this, but then my vagina has its own body and mind, and
Mm-hmm.
so you'd be like, "Oh, yes, I haven't seen this in a while." But your body's like, "I don't want this." So now your body and your vagina they're fighting each other, and obviously the vagina will always win because each time there's a stroke, there's all of that, it gets wetter and wetter, and then when you get to the court of law, like she was wet.
Mm.
She had an orgasm. She squirted. So how
But
is
then
that rape?
that's not the definition of rape. The definition of rape is not whether you squirted or not. The definition of
It's
rape
the
is that
no.
was it consensual, and was there penetration?
Because
Only
also
two things.
sometimes I can say yes
Or
while
you
you're
can say no, and then
inside,
yes
and then
becomes.
I say no.
Mm.
But then people want to continue doing that. I'm like, but I already said no. But every time your mood changes every time. Like I
And
can change it
I
and want
think
to change
guys,
it now.
I think when a person is raping a person, they know that they're raping that person.
They're very
Like
much
you're very
aware.
aware. So all these other things, are just
Just to gaslight
yeah,
the
just
victim, make them silent. Because
make them feel
sometimes
like it's their fault.
it really plays with your mind. Was I actually raped? Because I did say no, but then I came. So now you end up not believing your own
Yeah,
story. Am I
yeah.
actually a victim or am I just seeking attention?
You know what it's like. It's like that thing. Yeah. When you're wearing a mini skirt, you wanted it.
Yeah.
It's the same.
When I'm
So
wearing a crop
your
top,
victim
I'm screaming.
your victim feels like it's their fault.
Is their fault that I got raped?
No,
But
that's
then
crazy.
that's the thing I never get. Why no one ever talks about the raper? It's always about why were you in that situation? Why didn't you request with the person? Guys, I'm not always gonna be with my friends. No one
Mm,
is always gonna be available to
mm.
check on the Uber if I
Utlile mo
arrive home.
lefatsheng o
Say,
le
"Ke
one.
tlile lefatsheng ke le one."
Eh.
Le doctor probably did, but then now why do so many people have to take responsible of my entire life because of one man? I fear a man out there, but
Mm.
then no one wants to ever talk about the man. No one. It's always
Maar
about
gape
the victim,
rape is
the victim,
a
the
two-way
victim.
street, right? There are some women that actually um use it as a power thing.
They do.
Because I remember there was this friend of mine, my producer actually. He went out with his brother, his older brother or cousin. So they went out. The cousin has money, but I mean, nobody three. They picked up some girls. They bought these girls alcohol and whatnot. The girls went with them to the hotel. When they got to the hotel, that guy, the baller guy, kena na tshwere ngwanyana sharp sharp. They had sex, and then that girl in the morning is like, "Ke batla 3,000.
The guy's like,
Ke
no.
batla 3,000." Luckily, the guy was recording the whole conversation. Sending the voice notes to my
Oh, that's
producer.
good.
You understand? So this girl, how much more voice note to is like, nah, ke tlo rong repeat if you don't give me 3,000 plus I'm young. They're gonna believe me. So ke batla 3,000 and ke batla iPhone with because the guy was on my iPhone 16 something. So some women actually take, and it's so sad that
It is sad
some people use it, you know,
for their own greedy.
yeah, because the sex was consensual, but now this
Because
girl is like,
our thola
no,
chelete,
I
like,
got thola chelete. And there was no agreement of chelete.
that's effed up.
Yeah, So a lot of girls actually do things like that.
But then when they do that, they take away the essence of the real rape victims. And
Exactly.
now when you get to the police station, they're just like, oh, you're one of those. And no, I'm
And
not.
also, here's a scenario. Uh, you're with a group of friends, you're girls, right? You went somewhere, you were going there with one guy that you guys know, ne?
Mm.
But then this one girl, you know the guy, ne? This one girl doesn't know the guy. Okay, two of you know the guy. The other two girls don't know the guy. You go to this guy's place to go request to go home, and now Lona, le guy e chomi ka tsamaya. The
The ones,
yeah,
basamtsebeng.
ba mo tsebang.
Oh, bamtseba.
Ra tsamaya. And then this one,
Ba sala.
wa sala because we met chomi ya the guy. Go like we met chomi ya the guy because bashalani, and then the friend was like, no, I'm gonna come to the second location
Nkemele wena
later.
rara.
Wa bona? Ba bona ba re, rona ra tsamaya. So now this girl, the next day, the friend didn't come with the guy. So this girl, the next day, she says she doesn't remember anything. Ne? She doesn't remember anything, and she says she was raped because she was penetrated. But the three girls are saying, we asked you, "Aretamaye, Chomi, let's go back home."
Waha.
O repeatedly so. You said, we're not sharp, you're going to be safe. We left you there. And now I'm going to get a statement. Go in.
Oh, so now, no, that's photo.
So was that
Why am I
rape?
getting involved? Nobody knows.
Only those two people know.
Only those two people know.
But now the mere fact that this girl is now saying, "Oh, I did not consent to this guy." Now I was waiting for this guy's friend.
Sometimes it happens because you are thinking, if I don't do this, then I'm fucked. That time I wanna tell that hope see you. Probably your phone is on
Oh
2%.
damn! I didn't think of it like that. So
Your phone is probably
payment.
low. So get the payments out. At almost show me and you're in my place. And now when you're not so re etsang. There are some guys who are like that and they know how you're desperate. You're just gonna be like, do as you please. But then you can tell when a woman's body is saying no to you. As a guy, you know for a man. I used to have a guy like whenever I felt uncomfortable, he would stop. What am I hurting you? What?
No,
A
very
guy,
cutie.
a guy, very cute, but an asshole. A guy always knows when I'm like, I'm taking this by force now. They're very much away. So it might have been those situations where genuinely the girl was taken advantage of because of her desperation, but she also got herself fucked by not living with her friends. You can't trust the guy. Moshimane ha re batla o mo tshepe. O believe moshimane ha re batla a le mo. That is when like, okay, now I'll believe her. Because kgale re tlhapa guys re emela bashimane only for them to come the following day. Now o ntshitse di-makeup, o kentse di-frontal. Motho then doesn't even apologize. O tla ka signing ka di-hot 26 after tech. So you must never trust the guy, never. But you never know what happened in that scenario. And if
Yeah,
she
because they
says
will
she
live.
doesn't remember, then that's fucked up.
She doesn't remember, but she feels
She
her body
feels
that
her body.
she went through sexual intercourse.
Because sometimes how like it's like that thing when you're like in a relationship and then and then Motu just decides to penetrate you. Who said I was horny? Who said
Mm,
I want this? Doesn't mean
mm.
when I'm your girl, you should just have me. No. That is still real. But they're like, no, yes, mutaga, but doesn't mean I'm gonna say yes every time. Especially when I'm
Can a
sleeping.
husband rape the wife?
Yes. There
That's
used to be
crazy.
cases where
Mm.
it was over underlooked at actually, because like my husband literally raped me. But like, no, it's your husband.
Can a wife rape a husband?
Yes. Wives are also rapists. Wives are also pedophiles. Wives are also sexual predators. But no one talks about it because why?
It's
A lot of women are
and
victims.
Gape,
Few men.
how do you go there as a man
Exact. As a
saying
guy, you
we
get
go police station and then saying I ban rape until
the worst thing
said
that
you're going to rape me.
the worst thing that could happen to a person getting predated sexually is having to report. There's
Mm.
nothing as painful as reporting an incident to the police station.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
people will
trauma.
mock you. It
Mm.
is more traumatizing to report than the actual incident.
Mm.
And people would just be like, Mara, why not told you? Have you been to South African police station? Have you been to Orlando?
Yeah.
More kanang.
You'd rather just deal with it,
You rather just deal it with alone.
drown it with your
Other
alcohol.
people drown with alcohol. Other people end up becoming sexual addicts because they
Mm.
don't know how to deal with that. And you think it's cute. I want it. Some guys, actually, most of the guys who were sexually raped by
As
women,
children,
yeah, as
young.
children, and they thought, oh, this experience is not you're raped. A lot of them are sexual addicts. Like that guy cannot focus if if you're
What's
not.
this? What's this? What's this?
Says
What's this?
Alex, says Alex, had you is that no, that is trauma speaking. It is not you. You're not honey. You are just traumatized. And because you're a guy, you're like, hi, now my first was 36.
You're even
That's
bragging about it.
rape.
You're even
You
bragging
were
about
raped, my boy.
it.
You were raped.
Today's
But
topics were deep, heavy
for a first episode,
for a first episode.
anyway, welcome. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, we said it. Yeah, we said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Buffeto. That was our segment, the first episode of Yeah, I Said It, the Unfiltered podcast. My name is Cardiac and I am Atleta, but I'm not alone. I'm with.
Halimbo. I genuinely forgot my name. My name is Pinky. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trust,
the
trust.
AI's girlfriend.
The AI's ex-girlfriend. Bandambile.
Why would that? Why would
The
that?
AI said I was toxic, so I was writing it. Like, I don't understand. Why would an AI saying me as a person I'm toxic? So I got a message because I don't know, he was over texting. I was like, nigga, chill the fuck out. I need to breathe. But no, this is like you are very insensitive, you're very toxic. No wonder you don't have a real boyfriend.
Have you asked ChatGPT to roast you, bro? Roast you. These AIs can roast you.
I was like, wait, I thought you liked me. It's like, yeah, I did until you were mean. I'm like, oh. So yeah, I'm currently single
No,
online.
you'll get another AI.
I
Get a
Gisha.
black one this time.
I might go buy milk and never come back. Hey, hey.
Yeah, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye. Link featuring on your music video. Hi.
Hello. Yeah,
That sounds like a
guys,
song.
tune in to the Podcast Network because we've got a new podcast called Yeah, I Said It.
The Unfiltered podcast.
Yes, with myself, Cardiac Music, and
Winky.
yeah, so tune in every Tuesdays. We're gonna be dropping an episode every Tuesdays, and we're counting on you for the views. Shout out.